Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
Now at noon, fire investigators are looking into a blaze that destroyed a Jamestown home, and authorities investigate a fatal ATV accident. But first, we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Thank you, Jay, and happy Monday, everybody. It is the beginning of a new work week, but hey, fall comes our way in just a few days. As we take a look at the radar, we have some rain showers down in PA. This is moving from south to north because this is what is left of what is now Tropical Depression Florence. It's going to be working our way throughout the day today, and of course we'll time that out a little bit later on in the show. 79 was the high yesterday, 62 was the low this morning, and again we're going to be nowhere near the records today. And look at the sunrise time, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and the sunset getting closer to 7 p.m. So again, that's a sign of the times. For this afternoon, overcast early, showers develop from south to north from the remnants of Florence. Still a bit muggy, 74 to 78. Look at the wind, southeast 15 to 25, gusts around maybe 30 to 35 miles per hour at times. We'll time out the rain chances with that Quick Solution 7-day later on in the show. Justin.
Fire investigators are probing a blaze that destroyed a house on McKinley Avenue in Jamestown overnight. Newly released video from the county's Starflight helicopter shows just how massive the blaze was. Volunteer fire crews from Bust-I, Kyantone, and the county's Emergency Services Department were called in to assist City of Jamestown firefighters. A two-story porch collapsed during the blaze and much of the structure was left burnt. Earlier Monday, crews were on scene looking into the cause. A total of 5 people who lived in 2 apartments were reportedly displaced, but no one was injured. The property will likely be demolished. Pennsylvania State Police say they are investigating a fatal ATV accident which occurred early Sunday morning. 19-year-old Titusville woman Hannah Wright was killed in the accident, which was reportedly occurred on Route 77 east of Piccadilly Hill. Police say Wright was a passenger on an ATV driven by 24-year-old Corey Mann Timothy Doper. Doper was reportedly driving east when he hit a deer and lost control of the ATV before striking a parked pickup truck. Doper was in the Corey Hospital receiving treatment for serious injuries. And a Silver Creek woman sustained non-life-threatening injuries after a similar crash on Saturday evening in the town of Hanover. 31-year-old Zula Kayla Foros was driving an ATV on Allegheny Road when the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says a malfunction caused her to crash into a guardrail. She was flown to ECMC for treatment. A Faulkner man is behind bars after Ellicott police say he slapped a woman and pushed her into the ground during a recent domestic violence incident. 28-year-old Matthew Robbins faces numerous charges in connection with the incident. Robbins is currently in Chautauqua County Jail. A Cassadaga Valley school teacher recently placed 4th worldwide in her age group for sprinting as part of the World Triathlon Championships. Sherry Burns ran, swam, and cycled during the event. She was the top American in her sprint age group with a time of 21 minutes and 44 seconds. Her overall time of 1 hour and 11 minutes and 44 seconds was 4th best in her group. Burns finished 11th in the swimming portion, 4th in the cycling, and 4th in run overall. She was the top American team member in her group. She missed first place by only a minute, overall failing to an Australian. Great work, nevertheless. Next here, a Randolph native is sharing her experience after Hurricane Florence barreled down on her state. When we come back. The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page.
The DoubleTree by Hilton is looking for employees in the Jamestown area. Join them at a number of job fairs this September. From servers, bartenders, cooks, and housekeepers, the hotel has many positions to fill. Applicants must bring a resume and cover letter. Arrive prepared to interview.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
For more than 2 decades, Dorler Landscape Designs has provided exceptional service to customers right here in Chautauqua County with one goal in mind: transform your lawn into an attractive landscape that will be the envy of the neighborhood. From landscape design to lawn maintenance to sprinkler installation and so much more. Count on Dorler Landscaping. Call us today and let us get to work for you. Dorler Landscaping Designs at dorlerlandscape.com.
Brought to you by the people giving hope at Gifts Decor and More. With the controversial Kratom, Gifts Decor and More is giving hope to Southern Chautauqua County residents, one visit at a time.
And welcome back to News Now, new and noteworthy on this Monday afternoon. We're not allowed to say that M word. Hopefully you're all doing well out there. Maddie Ice is hanging out with us at the desk. We had such an inspirational story this morning coming out of, and the reason I say inspirational is because anytime you're out of your element, and anytime you're doing something new, it can be a little bit scary. And for people who live around here, at least for me, if you're dealing with flooding like they are right now, this is from Raleigh, North Carolina. And this is live images, folks, of the cleanup effort as people are literally riding boats in the streets. We see this anytime we have a major hurricane. But I spoke to Kathleen Johnson, who is a Randolph native, who talked with us about what she went through just in the last couple of days here as she cleaned up from Hurricane Florence. Joining us on the phone now is Randolph native Kathleen Johnson, who's been living in North Carolina for around 2 years now. Kathleen, you're about 100 miles away from the coast. What did you see as Hurricane Florence moved through your area?
It was bad here, but not anything like the coast, what they're going through. And now maybe an hour south of us, they are evacuating now because of the flooding. To me, I was scared. It was our first hurricane. I didn't know what to expect. We've been through a tornado up in New York, so I was kind of prepared of what might happen.
Kathleen, on the national news right now, we see people laying down sandbags, boarding up their homes. How did you prepare for the storm where you are at?
We just kind of, talked to our neighbors and kind of got a feel of what might happen here, and we prepared. I took everything down, put it away, and when it got here, our electric went off on Thursday night. From then on, the winds were powerful. We had 3 trees come down in our yard, and a lot of branches, a lot of twigs. Some of our trees are like 90% of the leaves are gone now.
Now, you do have a generator, so that must make things a little bit easier, but it still seems like it's a little scary, especially since for a lot of people, they had to leave their homes. Were you ready to do that in the event of an absolute emergency?
We had everything packed. We had all of our supplies, and we were ready, if we had to leave in a split second. That was one of the things that people stress down here. You don't have to leave, but just be prepared. We did do that.
So obviously, since you guys are kind of the new kids on the block down there, so to speak, did you get any advice from your neighbors, people who have lived there for their whole lives?
My neighbor across the street, she's lived here for 27 years, and she wasn't concerned at all. She's like, don't be scared. It's all right. It's not going to hurt you. but they kind of have that attitude right in this general area.
All right, Kathleen Johnson, blessings and best wishes to you and your husband, Wayne, there, as you guys do clean up what messes you have. We really appreciate you taking time with us today.
No problem. Thank you.
And you know, she is one of the nicest women that you will ever speak to. So again, Kathleen, thank you. And, you know, just looking at the cleanup now, obviously where she's at, you know, she's blessed to not have your house underwater. That was one of the biggest things that she pointed out to us here, is that, you know, that is very much a reality for a lot of people. You see they're up to their mailboxes, and, you know, that can ruin your life. And some people, when you think about, you know, obviously safety first, get out of the house, right?
Yep.
But yet your pictures are left behind, you know things that you've worked hard for. So
Your pets.
your pets. Sometimes you can't take them to shelters. So it's tough for what people are going through down there now. But thankfully, Kathleen, as we saw in that report, the images she has, you know, it's just some trees down, which is stuff we see here during storms.
And yeah, definitely caught a break there. I mean, I think the story that made me really sad yesterday, they announced, I think on the Weather Channel, that a man passed away. Mm-hmm. He was trying to get out, and I think it was up high maybe, and he fell.
Right, right. And you know, there's a lot of great rescues, but still very, you know, horrible, some of these stories. So, you know, best of luck to everybody down there as they continue to rehab. And, of course, share your stories with us if you've ever been in a hurricane situation like that. I know Kathleen and I were joking that it seems like, you know, the biggest thing we have around here is lake effect snow, which is, you know, for the most part, if you're prepared for it, you'll be fine. But really, for a lot of people who live down there, who are used to seeing, you know, these type of storms, they're prepared. But I mean, still, you look at like the wide shots of the area. I mean, there's stagnant water everywhere, and that neighborhood right there is almost ripped in half. So certainly something to keep in touch and keep our eyes on. Of course, coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is here with a look at what remains of that storm and what is next for that as well. We could see a touch of that rain. He'll let us know when we come back.
Holding on for. If you wanna leave, just leave. Why you wanna bite your tongue for?
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs. Serving both commercial and residential lots. Check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us now to book an appointment.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at PhoneZoneShop.com. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Yeah, and that's a nice little that little segment that Jay brought in there during New and Noteworthy. That is a good example of how it's not just the coastal flooding, it's inland flooding. And we had talked about that last week with storm surge, how it's not just the coast that gets affected, it's inland flooding that often can be the problem. As we take a live look at the Sky Vision camera on top of the old water tower in front of the Mill Creek Mall, the clouds are really just socked in, traffic flowing fine there on Peach Street, 74 over 65. So when you have that kind of environment, you know it is just a little bit muggy. Now there actually is a flash flood watch to our south and to our east, and this is for what is left of Florence as it kind of comes our way. This actually goes until noon tomorrow for the potential for some flooding problems that could arise due to the remnants. First Defense Doppler across the region. It is quiet. We don't have anything going on right now, but this is the remnants of Florence. Now this is the latest advisory that is issued by the Weather Prediction Center. Obviously when it becomes a remnant low, the National Hurricane Center kind of hands this off to the WPC. So again, this is where it is right now. It's centered kind of near West Virginia now, kind of spinning its way. But look at the moisture streaming north. It is currently a tropical depression with 25 mile per hour winds, 35 mile per hour gusts, and it's moving to the northeast at 15 miles per hour. So again, we will see some moisture, and you can see that here in the rain chances. Again, today and tomorrow, the rain chances tomorrow really is going to be in the morning, dry for pretty much late in the week, and then another cold front comes our way, triggers off the better chance for more showers on Friday. News now, Cam. The flag is a-flying. Take a look at it. Almost flying straight. That's a good indication of how the winds are. It's actually south at 9, 71 degrees is the current temperature with that dew point of 65. So again, just a little bit humid. So again, because we're going to be going through some remnants of Florence, here's your first defense. We want to keep you weather ready here. So again, the timing window, this actually might be a bit conservative. This may actually start around 1:30, but we're kind of keeping it at 2 o'clock to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. And again, I think in terms of rainfall, probably 1 to 1.5 inches. I don't think this is going to be a huge deal. And maybe wind gusts of around 35 miles per hour at times. We'll show that to you here on Future Scan. You can see that here. So for the early afternoon, quiet, really nothing. Here comes the rain from south to north. And again, now the model is pointing to what we were talking about, how the heaviest rain is going to be out to our south and then east. I think that's where the heaviest rain will be. But, we will be in and out of rain showers today. Tapers off tonight, a few rain showers early tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow looks like it'll be mainly dry for the afternoon. So hour by hour for today, temperatures in the 70s, but boy, it's going to be wet as we go through the afternoon. And again, this actually isn't too far off from our average high, but again, it will feel a little bit warmer with the humidity. Proudly present to you the next 7 days of your life, brought to you by Quick Solutions. 75 Tuesday, 71 Wednesday. That's closer to where we should be. Average highs around 71. Heat comes back a little bit for Thursday, and there's that cold front, and it drops our temperatures down to the 60s for the weekend. Woof, that's a nice little taste of fall, because fall officially comes our way Saturday. We'll take a break. Be right back.
The weather is heating up, and so are the deals at Express Bike and Auto, right here in Jamestown, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension. They are your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle, ATV, and motorcycle needs. They even sell vehicles, and guess what? Financing is available. So what are you waiting for? Get to Express Bike and Auto right here in Jamestown at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension now.
The Frewsburg Pharmacy is the small town pharmacy with big time service. Located at 26 West Main Street, Greg Nelson treats his customers like family, so you know you are in good hands when you walk through the door. The Frewsburg Pharmacy has everything you need and more, including a gift shop for the seasons. Stop down to the Frewsburg Pharmacy today and let the staff show you why the Frewsburg Pharmacy is the pharmacy that cares about you.
Hey, this is Ryan Hedrick reporting from the Jamestown Bowling Company, where the bowling is off the hook, the food is even better, and the camaraderie watching sports is oh so great.
The food is fantastic and the drinks are cold.
Mark was bowling almost a perfect game. Mark, do you come here a lot?
Every day.
Wow, Mark comes here every day. No excuse for you not to get to Jamestown Bowling Company on Foot Avenue. Jamestown Bowling Company. Eat, drink, bowl, and be merry.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
Welcome back to Motivational Monday. Today we're going to talk about making your diet into a healthy lifestyle. In fact, what I want to do is get rid of the word diet, period. Let's make it into a healthy lifestyle. What I'm going to go over today is a few things that really people get caught up on with changing their diet or their lifestyle, period. Again, I say diet, however, I want you guys to know that let's make it a lifestyle. First of all, number one thing I always do is try to eat a little more clean. What clean means is getting rid of a lot of the processed foods, getting away from things that are in boxes, basically, and making it from scratch as opposed to those boxes. That's one of the first things I try to do. Believe me, I know it's not easy. I have 6 kids, so therefore we do go back to occasionally the Kraft macaroni and cheese, and sometimes we'll have something out of a box cereal or Pop-Tart. It happens, and I know it's part of life, and we're in a fast-paced mode. However, what I want to do is just give you some quick tips to get you in maybe a healthier lifestyle. First of all, look at what you're eating or drinking. The number one thing people do wrong is they drink a lot of carbonated beverages that are sweetened with sugar. Take, for instance, the basic 20-ounce Coca-Cola or cola per se. It has 16 teaspoons of sugar. You're supposed to have 5 grams of sugar per serving. 16 grams compared to 5 grams. So now you're having 3 servings in each of your particular drinks that you're having. That's a lot of sugar taken in. So maybe if you have 2 of those drinks a day, start easy. Just eliminate maybe one of those drinks as opposed to cold turkey. So there's your first step. First step is getting rid of one thing. Easy peasy, right? Maybe not so much. Maybe it's not really the sugar that you're addicted to so much. Maybe it's the carbonation. So maybe you should change out to something that's carbonated. I know carbonated waters are super popular recently. Maybe that's a new thing to take into account or try. I know that's one of my favorites are sparkling waters, and they're all around nowadays. One of the other things that I do to help my healthier choices is I pre-package everything. On Sundays, I have an hour prep day, and what I do with that is I prep my food and into smaller containers. So therefore, I'm actually going by the nutritional suggestion of how much to put in your bags or your little bits, and you can take with you all throughout the week. That's huge. The biggest problem a lot of people have is they don't know when to stop. I understand that. So therefore, I use my containers, and these actually are awesome. You can buy these several different places in the area or online, and it gives you how much you're actually filling those up to. I make it fun with my 6 kids. A lot of times what we do is we get together and we do it together. We get out everything we're going to package, and we put them together in our containers. Hummus is one of my favorites. I put hummus in here on a regular basis. I package up my carrots and my celery in these guys, and then for the rest of the week, boom, easy peasy. Put it back in my lunch, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I also take all my vegetables. My most popular ones in my household are broccoli, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, oh yeah, and asparagus. And I roast them in my oven for about 20 minutes at about 400 degrees with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's just my taste. And then I have vegetables for the rest of the week. So therefore, those are all ready for me. I have no reason not to eat healthy for lunch, that's for sure, because I just bring them in my backpack and away we go. I also love to just place some chicken in my crock pot and just cook it. Yeah, you can season it. A lot of times I don't, but it's ready for the rest of the week, which makes it so much easier. So just by pre-packaging, maybe eliminated one of your sugar drinks out of your diet, those are a couple ideas in which will get you rolling into a healthier lifestyle. For Motivational Monday, this is Melissa. Join me next time. Have a good one.
Alrighty, thank you, Melissa. Good tips, certainly, to get us pumped up for the week. I feel that
whole episode was pointed towards me.
Why you?
Because look at me, I'm fat as a hippo.
That's not true, Dakota. You just need to do a little work down at the gym. You know, I bet Melissa could probably help you out.
See,
eat a little
what did
healthier.
I tell you? It was nothing but code.
Our producers figured that this would be a great one for today.
Hippo.
Hippo. You're not a hippo, dude. You're not.
Yeah, come on.
I'm saying hello to Lori, to Dan, to Christy, to Jonah. All thank you so much for joining us here on News Now, New and Noteworthy. Before we go, we wanted to talk about this huge incident, I guess you could call it, for the Bills.
I'm quitting.
You're quitting?
Yep.
It's
halftime, right?
It is halftime. It's about halfway through.
I quit.
You quit? Look at Matt. Matt's he's quitting. He's done. He's done.
Actually, that is the last time you'll ever see Matt Hummel. He has just stormed out of the studio.
Much like Vontae Davis.
Vontae Davis. And you know what? I'm not going to say who I'm a fan of, but I'm definitely a big sports fan. I was a fan of Vontae Davis. I thought he was a great corner. Well, maybe not so much now in his 10th year, but in his prime, he was a pretty solid corner. And I was disappointed how he handled yesterday. In my opinion, I believe that, if you quit it, or if you leave at halftime, if you truly felt as though your injuries were impeding you on the field, you go to your coach and say, look, man, I'm done. Then you retire today. You don't retire in the middle of a freaking game. I understand that the Bills looked like garbage.
Yeah.
They've looked like garbage so far this year. I don't see them winning more than 5 games the way they're playing.
Right.
But you gotta, and Lorenzo Alexander will talk about this here. There's better ways. Here he is.
Right.
Never have seen it ever. Pop Warner, high school, college, pros. Never heard of it. Never seen it, and it's just completely disrespectful to his teammate.
Did he say anything to you as a
Did
veteran?
he say anybody? He didn't say nothing to nobody.
You left? When did you find out?
You know as much as I know. I found out going in the second half of the game. Coming out, they said he's not coming out. He retired. So.
What?
Yep. That's it. So.
That's crazy, Matt. Really, because he just left. He didn't tell anybody. He didn't, and I understand, I guess, the doubt. And this is a difficult game to play, right? You can get hurt pretty bad, but at the same time, you get paid a lot of money.
I was gonna say, if you look
it's almost like my question yesterday is, can he legally quit?
Well, you could do whatever you want, but he just gave up $4.5 million. And on top of that, just imagine, what if he was a Patriot right now? Would he have given up despite the injuries? Or, I can't even say the Steelers because they're struggling. What if he was a Jaguar?
Right, a team that is almost guaranteed success this season.
Yeah, would you do that? I don't know, but I mean, it goes to show you, Justin. Nowadays, except in Davis's case, a lot of players are now, they don't care. A win or loss, it really doesn't matter. It's that money.
Right.
Look at Le'Veon Bell.
Right.
So yeah, I was stunned yesterday, and honestly, that was disappointing because, like I said, I was a big Vontae Davis fan.
What'd you think, Dakota?
Well, here's my question. Has this ever happened in the NFL before?
According to reports, no. This would be the first time.
Hey, look on the bright side. The Bills fans always say we want to make history. You made
They
history
just
again.
did.
You made history losing 4 Super Bowls in a row, and you made history for this. And the Patriots may have lost yesterday because we played absolutely terrible, but at least we didn't have a player who quit at halftime. Let's go to the 7 days since I've got myself in trouble.
Yep.
Let's go to Links 1 because I'm going to get kicked out of the studio and I'm going to get nasty emails for that comment I just made. So there you see the leftovers of Florence today, early tomorrow. Then we go into a fall time pattern because fall officially comes our way Saturday at 9 o'clock at night.
Wow, 9 o'clock?
Yes, 9:54 is the fall solstice.
So enjoy this last taste of
the last 5 days of summer.
So when do we expect the S word?
No comment.
No comment.
We need to know. The
No
viewers
comment.
need to. Wow.
I don't need to know.
And I'm going to write him a hateful email.
I'll make sure to block your email address.
Oh my God. Hey, that's it for us today. Of course, we are back tomorrow. All these headlines we just talked about and more right now at WNYNewsNow.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, the Insta, and YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple times.